Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back again. We are here yet again for PRL Tier 2. We've just had an absolute mare for the internet, and as everything is going red yet again. So, I mean, who fucking knows at this point? If we have another glitch, we will just postpone and go again next week and try and work something out. But yeah, thank you to Mitch for hosting this lobby. He's done me a massive favour, as clearly mine cannot take the crossplay. So fingers crossed we don't see anyone leaving the session before this happens. I'm in a bad mood because, as I was explaining on the last one, I'm tired, cold, and the game isn't working. And I've only got water, I haven't got any alcohol. So pray for me, pray for everyone else. It is a sprint, it's around Canada. I'm repeating myself again. It's going to be chaos, probably. So reverse championship order. Farth, the overwhelming championship leader at the moment, is not here today. So as long as he doesn't get kicked out of the lobby, this is a massive opportunity for Dust to claw back a whole load of points and get the Tier 2 championship fight reignited. Which would be exciting for me and exciting for you. And here we go. If I don't talk much over this next minute, it's because I'm shitting myself, not literally, shitting myself about what's going to happen. And if we see anyone leaving the session, I am going to throw a mini tantrum inside my body. Not on the outside, because that would be unprofessional. Nice and clear. No rain clouds, it looks like, which is good. No one's left the session. We're just waiting for everyone, and this is going to be some pretty terrible commentary. I can't lie to you guys today. I am going to struggle, as we have 3 people watching this absolute shit show of what has been a race so far. We're 19 minutes in, and we're just getting started, so it's going to be a late one for everybody. So apologies again. This will probably be the last time I'm hosting a lobby for a while. 4 people watching, and no one's left the session yet, which makes me happy. When we start, you can go now. You can probably go now. That would be fun, wouldn't it? If we go from starting too early and too many people leaving the lobby to not starting at all. Are we going to get underway? Stream. There is a stream. As we've gone to 5 lights and I have no telemetry. There we go. We're underway. Look, everyone's going. This is amazing. Chris Piper gets a very good start. I'm just going to get everything sorted as it looks like. Literally, Chris. No idea what has happened here. Has there just been a massive pile up? It looks like there has. Oh, fuck me. Literally up into P3 after that contact, because like Franz is going all over the place, Chris is going all over the place. Looks like I have no idea what's happened here. It looks like people have had cold tires or something. I don't know. I fail to know what goes on in this game anymore. Looks like everyone's getting started. We will see what tires everyone has. It looks like they've all got mediums, apart from Nemesis on the hards and Kadoy, who's on the softs. And Mitch already up into P4. I am going to be rooting for Mitch, I will say, because he saved my ass here a little bit with the lobby. As it looks like we've had a Williams send one down the inside and take out LX. That was Mons with a massive send. Oh my god, you guys can't race. What is going on? Looks like we've got Mitch. No, it's Bully on the back of Chris Piper. Bully's going to send one down the inside into the chicane. Looks like he's got that move done pretty nicely. And he is up into P1 in this sprint race. And Mitch, I imagine, will be looking to follow him through, putting on that ERS. Is he going to send one down the inside of Chris Piper, who looks like he's not defending it? Yeah, just backing out. Franz Piper, his, I don't know, brother or what? Has both of them having good starts, P3 and P4 at the moment, so they're looking on for some good points. Dust, the championship hopeful, up in P7, so he's scoring points, though he goes a little bit wide, as it looks like he's got Nakal behind him. Nakal, is he going to sandwich down the inside? Dust covers him off, and Nakal thinks better of it. So good to see from him. Nemesis into the back of Nakal, and is that going to allow EKA round the outside? Patrick Dodge has left the session. Brilliant. We'll get him invited. I'm having a moment here. Patrick Dodge has been invited. He cannot catch a break. Kadoi has picked up a 3-second penalty already. It looks like Speedy Bullet, starting at the back, is now up into P11 and has quite a lot of ERS left. And Dust is now, looks like Nakal was going past his Haas teammate into P7. He looks like he's got some pretty good pace as Bully sets the fastest lap of the race from Mitch, who is now in P2. And it looks like Alici Christie is potentially trying to make a move on the two Williams. He goes very deep or tight to the corner. I'm struggling here. Tight to the corner. Looks like we have had Nemesis retire from the session. I have no idea why. Potentially some wing damage. Looks like the internet is being a bit funny. EKA with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Is Alici. He's going to think better of it. And it looks like we have a virtual safety car already. And look at that. Look at that gap up the top between the top two and the rest of the field. We'll look at some position changes quickly. There we go. We've got Dust up 5, Nakal up 8, and Speedy Bullet up 7. So all of those guys doing very, very well. And we'll have a chance to recharge their battery and get us back underway. Everyone is facing the right way. We've had I don't quite know how. We've had a few taps and a few contacts, a few late dives that didn't need to be made. But yeah, and that looks like a Haas at the back. Franz Piper, who was up in P4, I think it was. So I'm not entirely sure what's happened to him. Has Dodge got back into the session yet? Dodge has left the server. Okay. So Dodge is gone. So no more racing for him. His teammate Jay-Z in P14 and this virtual safety car. Speedy Bullet picks up a drive-through, and it looks like Kadoi didn't. Kadoi has got that 3-second penalty. It looks like he is going to be trying to make a move, trying to capitalise on the fighting that's going up front. Can he make a move down the inside of Mons? It looks like he can, and he gets that done very nicely up into P6. As this, oh god. And now Mons picks up a 3-second penalty. We will go back with having a mare. There we go. So we will keep an eye on the gap between Mitch and Bully at the top. It's 2 seconds as things stand. And Dust now, can he make a move down the inside of Chris Piper? He's going to think better of it. I'm mad. Chris goes very wide, outbreaks himself, and Chris now taps the back of the Haas and is now in P5, down into P6 now. Kadoi. So the fast guys have really made their way through pretty quickly. Alici Christie, who at one point was fighting for the podium spots, has now been down in P9. And LX, is he going to make a move? Looks like Chris Piper just backed out of that pretty wisely. And LX is going to try and make a move up into the top 6 if he can, burning that ERS. Can he make a move around the outside of Mons? The Williams are being passed left, right and centre at the moment, and they're not fighting it too hard, so maybe they're just happy with some points. I think they are bottom of the constructors by quite a long way. So they, will probably just be happy with some points. It looks like Mitch and Bully are trading lap times at the moment. The gap is still 2.0, and it looks like Dust will be the man to round off the podium at the moment. Considering Nakal and Kandoi both have 3-second penalties, and Alici Christie picks up a 3-second penalty. So these guys are not keeping it within the track limits. We've only had 5 laps and a lot of penalties. Speedy Bullet with that drive-through is going to have to take that at some point, just take the pain. But then he gets to start at the back for his favourite for the main race. But nonetheless has had a very good race up into P9. Jay-Z has made his way up into P10, so very nicely done from him. He was down the back of the field, right down the back of the field for a while. And Bully now stretching that gap between Mitch and himself, 2.4. 2.4 between them two. Looks like LX has made a move past Dust. So the Alpha Tauri boys are killing it at the moment. And with only one Red Bull, this is going to be a crucial weekend for them to get their shit together in the constructors fight, as they are definitely going to need it. Looks like we have had Triple spun coming out of turn 3, unfortunately, and that's popped him down into P13. And the gaps are just beginning to form out a little bit. It's 2.9 now between Mitch and Bully. So Bully is going to be doing very well at this rate. Although Mitch is going to pick up a solid 9 points for Red Bull. But he's going to have, as we were saying, those two AlphaTauris behind him, picking up 8 and 7 points respectively. Those two are not going to want to fight too much. If they are working together, which I hope they will be. Both very good drivers. Kadoy is looking like he wants to make a move on LX if possible. Just runs out of straight. Franz Piper with a 3-second penalty. And Kadoy is going to have to wait another lap before he makes that move. Looks like we have had Speedy Bullet into the pits, unsurprisingly, to serve that drive-through, which is going to ruin his race. Jay-Z is going to make his way past Mons if he can. He gets that done pretty nicely. The Williams, again, just getting out of the way. Just making sure that they finish as high up as possible. It is down to P10, so they would be scoring points at the moment, but they do have Real Morocco and Speedy Bullet, actually, who has not come out as far behind the points playing positions as I imagined. So he could run a new set of mediums, although I think he is now going to have no new mediums for the race. If I remember correctly, he was on mediums. So yeah, he's going to have some overtaking to do if he wants to make his way back up into the top 10. Looks like we've had Chris Piper have a moment, and that's a real shame for him. And he's now he's now drowned, does he? He's now dropped down into P10. If it isn't plainly obvious how much I'm struggling at the moment, then here you go. I've just said that one of the drivers has drowned. And he's now down in P13. At the top, it is now 4.4 between Bully and Mitch. I have no idea. Alici Christie has retired. I have no idea where that's a safety car. Where the fuck is he retired? Is that at the final corner? It isn't. That's on the main straight. He's retired on the main straight. I have no idea what has happened there. But that is a safety car, and that's going to bring everything together. It looks like we've had Jay-Z and Mons into the pits. I imagine for a set of soft tyres, yeah. And a wing change as well for Jay-Z. So he was running with a bit of damage. Is anyone else going to come into the pits? Not Dodge, because he doesn't exist anymore. Speedy Bullet will be coming in again. Consecutive laps for soft tyres. And I imagine, no, Chris Piper stays out. EKA, he stays out. Fran stays out. And Triple, can I find him? He's already on the softs, so I imagine he will be staying out as well. So that makes things very interesting. The leaders did manage to pass the safety car, so they will have the chance to come in for, as it looks like Alici Christie got murdered, which is a shame. But yeah, what are these guys going to do? This is a big opportunity. If someone wants to stick it out on mediums, as Bully is going to do, is Mitch going to come into the pits? He is. Mitch is going to come into the pits. So this can be very interesting to see as Mitch picks up a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car, and that is a real shame. I don't know how he's managed that, because he was only speeding into the pits, no? Is that just a game glitch? I think I got that quite a while ago in BRL Season 2 for speeding into the pits in Canada, so it might be a Canada glitch. Dust and LX have stayed out. So they're going to have the chance to attack the leader. Kadoy has come in for a set of soft tyres, although he will not be able to get rid of his 3-second penalty. Nakal, who apparently was the cause of that of this safety car, on a set of soft tyres, as it looks like Real Morocco has gone through. So the Ferrari's looking good at the moment. Mons has picked up a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. Where is Mons? Mons is just picked out by himself, unfortunately, and he's not looking too happy about it. That's a very slow Williams. And that is pretty much it for the moment. 8-lap old mediums for the guys up front. Mitch with that drive-through penalty. So if we are going to have a charge through the field, it's going to come from either Kadoy, Nakal, or maybe Mons. No, Mons has picked up a 3-second penalty. So potentially Jay-Z is looking good at the moment. He will have his ghost of a teammate to let him through. As it looks like we are only going to have maybe 2 laps of racing at the best. Nakal is dangerous. His dive bomb forced me to take evasive action early on. Destroy the... yeah. I'm not sure who James Mallet is, but yeah, apparently he's causing a bit of chaos. So in fact, I will do right now and I'll message him. Apologies for not saying too much at the moment. Right, Jay-Z. Yeah. Right, I've just messaged him and let him know what he needs to do. As the safety car still hasn't come in. Looks like we are waiting for triple speedy bullets. And there we go, the safety car is in this lap. So, Dust, I imagine, is not going to go for anything stupid. He knows that he needs the points pretty much more than anyone in this field. So if he wants to catch up to Farth, he is going to need a big point-scoring weekend this weekend. So I imagine he won't try anything stupid. Will LX potentially try something on his teammate? Can anyone challenge Bully, who has been leading this race pretty much from the start? I believe on lap 1 he took the lead. So a pretty dominant performance from him. And he is going to get us underway. We will jump on board with him and see when he goes. I imagine... oh, it's a tough one here at Canada. Do you go before the final chicane? Do you leave it right to the final chicane? The guys are pretty keen to get going behind him. He is just straight lining it very slowly to the final chicane. When is he going to go? Is he going to catch them napping? He's going to go now. It looks like he is. Mitch comes in for his drive through, and that is going to ruin his race completely. And he did catch them a little bit napping. Dust is 4 tenths behind, and Alex is 7 tenths behind him. Kadoy looks like he's very close on those fresh mediums. So if he wants a chance at the podium, he's going to have to get ahead of one of these guys and pull 3 seconds. Kadoy has sent one down the inside of LX, and that was a very nice move actually from him. Alex gave him the room he needed. Speed a bullet with a 3-second time penalty. Can Kadoy pull 3 seconds on these guys? I'll be surprised if he can. He's going to have Nakal is LX behind him. Will Nakal try and make the move in that Haas? He bloody better not try anything stupid after what people have been saying about him. And he runs into the back of LX and tries to bump draft him down the straights. We're going to stay on board with this. Is he going to try and make a move around the outside? It looks like he is. He's going to go for the switchback. Can he make the move stick? It looks like he's got much more grip at the moment. Looks like we have a yellow flag. I'm not entirely sure who that is. That looks like a big... looks like Maroc has had a moment. That is a shame for him. Nakal, did he manage to get past Alex? He did not. They're going to go side by side in the chicane. Alex looks like he was forced to back out a little bit. But all this is helping Kadoy actually. Gets ahead of Alex by about, well, it's 2.5 at the moment. And I imagine that's going to extend throughout the course of this lap. Jay-Z with a very nice P6 at the moment. So a good recovery from him. I think he was near the back. Looks like Mitch has just come into the bits and I imagine will retire. Not much he can do at the moment. As Triple picks up a 3-second penalty. Out front we have Dust, who is 1 second behind Bully at the moment, burning that ERS. Both of them on pretty similar levels. Kadoy is going to be behind Dust, although I imagine he will not want to try anything stupid. It looks like he is going to try and make a move though, if he can. Dust running out of ERS, and Kadoy just thinks better of it. Goes a little bit deep into the chicane, tries to switch back. Will he make the move with the Moria rest that he's got down the main straight? I imagine it will. It's not going to make much difference in the final classification of this race. Excuse me. And Dust is probably just going to back out of this, take the P2. Looks like LX is only just hanging on to the back of Nakao. Godoy picks up a 3-second penalty, so that is going to ruin his chances of a podium. And it's going to be Bully who takes the first sprint win of Tier 2. Dust up into P2 and LX up into P3, only just beating out Jay-Z. Wow, look at that. Jay-Z with a fantastic drive up into P4 and only 600s off the podium. Any plans for the PRL week break? I have no idea, mate. I'm sure we'll find out. Nakal in P5, Godoy in P6, EKA in P7, triple the Mercedes actually with a double point scoring finish in P8 and P9, Dodge in P10, who isn't here but has scored a point. So well done to him, even though he's left the server, so maybe not well done. And it looks like Mitch picked up the fastest lap of the race. And that is that. And we can now move on to the main race. That was chaotic, to say the least. As Mitch has been absolutely done over by the game. Yeah, there we go. Bully, your Tier 2 sprint race winner around Canada, picking up the 10 points. It actually is. Dust with a P2, Alex with a P3, Jay-Z with a P4, Nakal in P5, Godoy in P6, EKA in P7, Triple in P8, Speedy Bullet and Patrick in P9 and P10. Then we've got the two Piper boys in P11, P12, Real Morocco, Mitch, Mons, Christie and Nemesis. And that is it. I'm going to quickly run to the toilet. And I will be very, very, very quick. Right, apologies, I'm back. Has anything gone on whilst I was gone? Everyone complaining about the game, which is fair enough. Dry for the sprint weekend. Dry for the main race, which is good. Means we don't have to be here any longer than we need to, and we are going to get underway pretty shortly, I imagine. It's going to be Bully who leads us away, who has a very good chance at a maiden win here in Tier 2. And I will apologise once again for the lack of charisma coming from my side. Here we go. 1 lights, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are underway. There we go, we're underway. Bully gets a pretty good start. Looks like Alex is going to challenge his teammate into turn 1. Has everyone got hot tyres? It looks like it, which is good to see. Alex is going to make that move up into P2. Now Dust down into P3. Elsewhere, looks like we've had Godoy get past Nakal, who is down into P7 at the moment. The Aston Martin of Nemesis has had a spin already. Whether that was contact or not, I am not sure, but that would be a shame if it is. We will look at position changes. Mitch up 4 positions, very nicely done from him. Mons and Elchi Christie up 3 each, and it looks like Speedy Bullet has been passed by Mitch. So Mitch now up 5 positions. Fantastic work from him. And there you go, Alex on the back of his mate Bully. And these two are pulling away from Dust at the moment, so Dust is going to have to get a move on if he wants to stay within the DRS range, and in fact he's under threat from Jay-Z. Looks like we've had another yellow flag. I'm not sure what's happened there. Potentially Godoy looks like who's had a bit of a moment. We've got quite a few cars going slowly at the back. I have no idea what's happened there. and Jay-Z makes that move up into P3. So very, very nicely done from him. The man who is, I believe, still waiting for a podium, as Willie sets the fast lap of the race, and has LX pretty close behind him. LX looking like he has the superior pace at the moment, still with 87% of his battery. Jay-Z and Dust are going to be both wanting to stay within DRS, although I do notice that Dust is on the medium tyres. The hard tyres, sorry, and Jay-Z is on the soft tyres, so that explains that move. Apologies for not clocking that sooner. Top two on mediums, so Dust does not have to be as gung-ho with his pace at the moment. He will have the advantage of fresher and softer tyres at the end of this race. He is now 1.4 off the back of Jay-Z, who is joining this battle at the moment for the lead, which Bully has held since lap 1. I say that, we're only on lap 2. As Jay-Z sets the fastest middle sector of the race. Mitch now up into P6. Very, very nicely done from him. And he's now got the two Mercedes behind him who have Mikal in P9. So I don't know what's happened to him, but he's dropped quite a few positions. EKA doing a pretty nice job, albeit with no battery in P5. He will be hoping to maintain a very good point scoring finish as much as he can. It looks like we have had Speedy Bullets get past Triple. Hopefully these two teammates don't come together. Speedy Bullets sends one and goes very, very deep, and is going to have to cut the corner, and I'm probably going to lose the position. It looks like to Nakao and Triple, yeah. So that is a bit of a mistake from him, but still not too bad. He's still in the top 9, and will be hoping to remake that move on his teammates and push himself up further through the grid. Mitch on the back of EK at the moment. Doing a very, very good job, I must say. He deserves it for saving my ass with the hosting. So I'm begging for him to get a very good result, especially after the glitch in the sprint race. We will see whether he can make the move. I imagine DRS is enabled. It is. EK has no. Doth one have an alcoholic beverage? I don't, mate. It is. It's just water today. I'm not feeling it. Sorry to let you all down. It's not a very exciting game. Mitch has clipped the wall a little bit, but I imagine it's going to try and make this move on EKA. Goes to the inside, and we'll get this done. Oh God, English. Get this move done as EKA taps him a little bit, but Mitch will have the DRS and will set about getting after Dust on those hard tyres. Mitch looking like he has some very good pace here around Canada, and LX has now dropped off the back of Bully a little bit. Bully looks like he may have used a little bit of ERS just to bridge that gap, and Jay-Z is the one now on the attack on those fresh soft tyres. They're going to be very, very quick, especially around the kind of the what I'm trying to say. For some reason in my head, softs will be incredibly quick around Canada, and they are looking like they will be. That's now 3.4 off the back of these guys, so he needs to probably get a little bit of a move on. You would want to be losing maybe a few too many seconds at the moment compared to where he would be wanting to be, especially on lap 4 of this race. Mitch is going to be probably on the back of him pretty soon. EKA is just about clinging on to the back of the Red Bull. The Red Bull, who has a very, very big job today in terms of the constructors, pick up as many points as possible, especially with a 2-4 for AlphaTauri at the moment. And Dust looking like he is going to potentially put himself into the championship lead with a very good sprint results and what's looking like it will be a good race result, barring any failures. Looks like Speedy Bullet has made his way past Triple. Triple goes pretty deep. Is Speedy Bullet going to try and make the move on the switchback? He isn't. He's just going to have to hold station for the moment. Nakao looks like he is not pulling away from these two, so Triple and Speedy Bullet are on the back of Nakao. Speedy Bullet picks up a 3-second time penalty already on lap 5. I believe him and Real Maroc have. The Ferrari's not having a particularly good day at the moment in the main race, although Kadoy is on the back of the Williams of Mons, who has gone very deep. Will Kadoy look for this switchback to the inside? Yeah, he's going to get it done pretty nicely. Elsewhere we have Alex, who has now closed right back up to Bully. Has burned a little bit of the DRS. Jay-Z just beginning to drop off the back. Those soft tyres potentially falling off the first cliff. And he is now well out of DRS and not looking like he has much straight line speed on that car. Mitch is slowly closing up to the back of Dust. So it might well be that we have a fight for the lead and a fight for third place. We have Jay-Z, Dust and Mitch all on alternate strategies. And that probably will converge pretty nicely. Nakao picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Looks like we have had... I have no idea. Where is that? Caution sector 1. Who was that? Bully. Looks like he spun out of the lead of this race. Heartbreak for him. He was having a fantastic event so far, but he made his first mistake and he's now down into P5. And is that going to give LX a pretty easy cruise to the win? Because Bully was looking like the only man that could hold him up or challenge him. So yeah, the Alfa Romeo man is going to be wanting to cut through the field pretty quickly. If he wants a chance at this win again, looks like we have had Nakao spin. And he is just sitting there, and it looks like that is a safety car. For what? For what? I don't know. For no apparent reason, but we have a safety car, and that's going to bunch the field right up. That is an absolute godsend for Dust on those hard tyres, who will now have the chance to close right back up to the guys in front of him. So AlphaTauri are looking very, very strong. Bully has been saved a little bit as well after that spin. And it looks like Jay-Z and Alex have both come into the pits. So Jay-Z is going to put on, I imagine, the hard tyres. What is Alex going to put on? Is he going to go hards as well? Looks like he will do. He'll, yep. And what was it? Jay-Z on the mediums. Okay. So Jay-Z probably going medium hard, and Dust probably going hard medium, unless he thinks he can take those to the end of the race, which will be a pretty tall order. Nakao picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, which is a shame for him. But now it is Dust on those 6 lap-old hards, who leads this race for the first time. Alex and Jay-Z have barely lost any positions, actually, when it comes to their pit stops. Jay-Z, we've got Mons, who did not decide to pit, and look at that, EKA, Bully, both came in for hard tyres. Speed Bullet, Kadoy, Christie, Dodge, not Dodge, sorry, Dodge isn't here, I forget, is AI going to pick up some good points at this, right? Nakao all came in for new tyres, or new hard tyres, and Maroc. Chris Piper on a set of fresh softs for what reason, I do not know. But best of luck to him. And yeah, that really changes the complexion of this race. How quickly is LX and Jay-Z, more importantly, actually, going to be able to cut through this field? Cut through, well, not through the field, but through the top 3. Because I imagine Dust can pretty easily get it to the... can pretty easily do a one-stop. Or will definitely do a one-stop. But it'll be very interesting to see whether his teammate LX does the one-stop, or whether he feels he needs to come in for a set of what I imagine will be soft tyres, if he's got 2 worn sets of mediums, potentially chucking on the same set of mediums he's just come off of. They won't be too worn. Is anyone else coming to the pits on the minimap? Looks like not. So I imagine we'll be getting under the way at the end of this lap, as we will jump off board. And this has certainly been as chaotic as we imagined it would be, which is a shame, but thankfully ever since we were in a lobby with Mitch, we have had no instances of glitches or anything like that. Is that Franz Piper who... no, it wasn't. There looked like a Haas that was off track a little bit. I'm not entirely sure what's happened there. He's down in 14th is Nakao on those fresh set of hard tyres. But the man to be watching at the moment probably is Jay-Z on those fresh set of mediums. He is going to be one quick McLaren. And if he wants a chance of winning this race, he's going to want to make a move on his rival LX pretty quickly. Okay, we shall see. Yeah, I imagine the safety car will come in into this lap. I am really starting to flag here. Oh, as but my London does decide to come in. I do apologise for anyone who was hoping to really enjoy this stream. I am not doing it the service it deserves, but I will try my absolute best to power through the rest of this race and hopefully give you guys at least some excitement, and hopefully these guys give you some excitement. Dust is going very slowly. Look at that, he's really backing up, which indicates to me he is going to want to go before the final corner. We are under green flag conditions, I believe, right now. So he's really slowed them down. When is he going to go? Looks like we've had a bunch of cars who are ghosted for whatever reason. I'm no idea what's going on there. But when is Dust going to go? We will look back and see, does he get the jump on Mitch and Triple as Franz picks up a 5-second penalty. Hopefully that has done nothing to Bulle. It looks like Bulle has been... looks like Franz has run into the back of Bulle, or I don't know, but bloody hell, we've literally... what the what in the Lord's name is going on? Yeah, fair enough. Drive-through penalty. I have no idea what Alici was doing there. Dust has got us underway. Okay. God, this tier is fucking insane, man. Chris Piper with a strict second penalty. Dust has got a very good jump on Mitch with a 1 second gap already. And it looks like Alex and Jay-Z have not been able to make any progress, although Alex is right on the back of the Mercedes of Triple and using all of the track there, nearly clipping the ball. We'll be seeing whether he can make the move. Jay-Z very close behind on those faster tyres at the moment. So I imagine Jay-Z is going to want to get past Triple. Yeah, look at that. As soon as Triple backs out, pretty wisely, thinking of his own race. And this is going to be a very good chance. If he's not going to win, then this is still a very good chance for Jay-Z to pick up some very good points. He is going to, well, if not pass, then definitely stay on the back of Alex, who has shown some really good pace, actually. Is he going to try and make a move down the main straight? Has a little bit of a wobble, does Jay-Z. And is probably not going to be able to make a move on this lap. And look at that, Mitch is still within distance, still within touching distance, as Nakal has retired from the session, and that is another safety car. You know. Okay, that is another safety car. Alici Christie has got that drive-through for, I don't know what he was doing. So he's going to have to serve that. Dust will, I imagine, probably still not come into the pits. Mitch probably can come into the pits for a set of hard tyres, although he is going to lose a lot of time and a lot of positions, but will definitely be able to make it to the end of this race. This is good for LX, it's pretty good for Jay-Z as well. These guys probably extending more into a working one-stop. Maybe Jay-Z might have to set on a set of softs, but LX probably can make it to the end. What's that, 25? Oof. We'll see. That'll be an interesting one to keep an eye on. Bulle, who looked like he had contact. Alici is not happy for whatever reason, even though he was the one who jumped the safety car, I believe. Looks like they're all bunched up. Alici now ghosting into the back. Oh, this is painful for me. Yeah, and looks like Franz Piper is on a fresh set of soft tyres. Nemesis on a fresh set of hard tyres. He'll be able to take them to the end. Yeah. Is anyone going to jump into the pits? It doesn't look like it. Mitch is going to carry on those 9-lap-old mediums. I don't know. Maybe make it for a one-stop onto softs? I don't know. We'll have to see. But maybe not. It'd be quite lucky because those softs go off quite quickly. We were seeing Jay-Z hit the cliff pretty early. So yeah, a lot of strategy intrigue at the moment to keep us distracted from the fact that everything is going wrong. As Alici still hasn't served his drive-through. He can't under safety car, so we'll have to wait for the first lap before he does that. I imagine there's going to be a lot of work for the stewards tonight. as we're going to get underway this lap on lap 11 of this main race around Canada. And the Litchi is, after what I've just seen a couple of laps ago, I have no idea what he's going to do. And is it just me, or is it getting pretty dark as the Litchi is powering down the main straight for whatever reason? He's leading them very quickly. Fair enough. So is he going to come into the pits at the end of this lap? He isn't. So wow, that was the quickest safety car restart I think I've ever seen, and it's really spread the field out, although Mitch is right on the back of Dust, and Alex is not quite as close. Is Mitch going to send one down the inside of Dust? Dust does leave him the room. Very nicely done between those two. A little bit of wheel banging. Can Mitch hang it round the outside? Doesn't look like he can, although he might just get better traction. He does. So is that going to be P2 for Mitch? Dust is right on the inside, runs him out of room a little bit, but still leaves the space, and Mitch is down back into P3, and now might come under threat from Alex behind, who is almost run into the back of by Jay-Z. So these guys are racing, and racing well, which is good to see. All this is helping Alicia Christie streak clear with his drive-through penalty. He will be disqualified if he doesn't take it pretty soon, I imagine. And it looks like Alex might be shaping up a move on the Red Bull ahead with those fresher tyres. Can he get this done? Although Mitch is going to have the slipstream ahead from Dust, who is holding these guys up a little bit, it looks like. We've got 4 cars pretty close at the moment. Here's Alici, going to come in for his drive-through. He does, and he doesn't look like he was particularly keen to slow down. So I have no idea what he was doing. But Kadoy has picked up a 3-second penalty. It looks like Alex has got past Mitch. Sorry, I was too busy looking at it. Oh, and looks like Dust has led his teammate through. So very nicely done from them two. Teamwork, very nicely done. That is going to allow Alex to streak clear as he now picks up a 3-second penalty. So that might not help him as much. But yeah, Mitch has Jay-Z on the back of him. Jay-Z is going to be wanting to get this move done as quickly as possible. And probably get past LX on the same lap if he can, burning that ERS, although thinks better of it and turns it off. Kadoy looks like he has got past Triple. Boulet back up into P5, it looks like. And these guys are fighting, and they're doing so very nicely, actually, both leaving each other space. And Kadoy gets that move done up into P6. Looks like we have had... Is that EKA? Please don't be another safety car. It is. It's a virtual safety car. Okay, that's not as bad. Okay, although if we want to use up all the safety cars as quickly as possible and then we can have an actual race to the end, that would be nice. It's a full safety car. Okie dokie. Right then. And now who's going to do what? It's a bit interesting. Is Dust going to come into the pits? I imagine he will. That's pretty hot in there. Oh no, just gets it slowed down. Mitch is, I imagine, going to come in for a set of hard tyres, so he's looking good. A very steady entry. Dust will be doing quite a few laps on medium tyres, but he kind of had no other option, and he's going to lose quite a few positions, but we'll have some very, very quick tyres compared to the guys around him. Bully up into P3, Kadoy up into P4, and Real Maroc actually out of nowhere as Bully's left the session. Okie dokie, right, let's invite him back. Oh, I don't have him. Oh, for God's sake. He wasn't showing up on my... He wasn't showing up on my thing. Give me 2 seconds. Because Bully's not showing up on my thing. Right, Bully's back in, thank God for that. Apparently there's some horrendous driving going on in the field, which is a shame to see. If you guys can't race properly, then you won't be racing at all, because there's a lot of effort to set this all up, and yeah, don't take the piss. Anyway, dust on those fresh medium tyres in P8, so he'll be looking to make his way through the fields pretty quickly. Bully, thank God, is back in, back up into P3 after his spin, and looks like some unfortunate contact under safety car. Mitch had made heat down in P13, so he really lost out, considering he was right behind Dust. And yeah, he's lost, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions behind him. So he's got a lot of work to do. Although we'll definitely be able to make it to the end. Hopefully that's the end of the safety cars, because I can't be bothered for any more. It looks like Mons is holding us up, so we will not get underway. It looks like Dodge is not here, but in the pits. Mons picks up a 3-second penalty and a safety car. How the why is AI pitting? Fair enough. Yeah. Elias wasn't happy. It looks like he just dropped it himself. And I imagine we're going to get underway. You sound so defeated, mate. I am. I'm just tired. Yeah, hopefully that's the end of the safety cars, and we can get going, and no one runs into each other. What's happened? The Discord's on fire. Yeah. Everyone has forgotten how to race today, unfortunately, which is a real shame. And it looks pretty grey. I think the last thing these guys need is rain, so hopefully not. It's going to be Alex who is going to lead us away. Jay-Z, who is probably not going to be able to make it to the end of this race, but we'll be hoping for a good strong finish nonetheless. Alex with a pretty, how many safety cars? I think this is our 4th. Alex has now got us underway. JC has been caught a little bit napping, with a 6/10 gap back to himself, and then Bully, who's not too far behind, but we will keep our eyes on Dust, who is going to be the main man in this restart. It's going to be a bit touch and go whether he can make it to the end on those medium tyres, but I imagine he should just be able to push it, which will be good to see for him and his championship. Christie picks up a 3-second penalty ahead of us there, and Dust will be wanting to get past him as quickly as possible. We'll have a huge pace and grip advantage. Look at that, yeah, kind of runs into the back of him a little bit. He's going to turn on the ERS. Can he make a move down the inside into the right-hander? Is he going to risk it? He's not alongside, but he's got a lot more grip. Literally leaves in the room. Can Dust get the move done? He can't. And he's going to have to wait another lap probably before he thinks about a move. Looks like Nemesis, who has come from nowhere actually in P5. Wow, he was like last on. That's incredible. He's got Real Maroc behind him, who's going to try and make a move past him down the inside into the final chicane. This can only end badly. It doesn't look at that. Look at it. Oh, okay. Oh my god, I take it back. Alici is been spun round for whatever reason. He's now down in the back of the field. And elsewhere we have Bullet on the back of JZ. So those medium tyres are looking like they might be starting to fade a little bit. And Bullet is in actually a very good position at the moment. He has one less penalty, obviously, than his mate Alex up front. And if he can get past JZ and stay within that 3 seconds for the rest of the race, then he is looking good for a win. That was looking pretty unlikely when he spun. Looks like we've had a spinner. That is Triple, who has had a moment or had contact. I don't know anymore. But he's now down to P14. Looks like Franz Pfeiffer has spun it into the wall. Too many indeed. He's reset to track. Brilliant. That's allowed. Dust looks like he has got past Mons. So good for him. Speedy Bullet has been passed by Mitch, who has done very well actually to get up into P7 and is looking like he could really make a charge for this field. Can he make a move past the Ferrari straight away of Real Maroc? Real Maroc is probably not going to fight this too hard. Yeah, not using any ERS. He's still... I'm on the wrong car, that's why. Oh, God. Mitch has made his way past Real Maroc pretty nicely. Maroc had a little bit of a moment, and Mitch is going to want to make his way past Nemesis next, who is a second and a half up the road. Bullet looks like he has got past JZ. He has, who is going to want to stay with him if he can, but just looking like those tyres don't have the grip that they used to. And Bullet is looking very good at the moment, depending on what his pace is like compared to the AlphaTauri ahead of him. Dust looks like he has got past Speedy Bullet pretty nicely, although Bullet is going to come back, although just maybe thinking of his own race, which is pretty clever. And yeah, it looks like Dust is going to try and make a move on the Ferrari of Real Maroc if he can, on those fresh medium tyres with the DRS and the ERS. I imagine this will be a move made pretty quickly. Real Maroc burning that ERS. But you're going to see the AlphaTauri soar past, although he's going to go side by side into the chicane. Real Maroc has just about broke himself and he's now beached on the curb. Yeah, you can reset now if you'd like. Please reset, I don't need another safety car. Looks like Speedy Bullet is... I don't know. I ain't got a clue anymore. I don't know what's going on. It's like a fail compilation, this race. It's terrified. There we go, Real Maroc disqualified for being parked in a dangerous location. You can, guys, I beg you read the rules. I beg you read the rules. Anyway, Godoy up into P3. It looks like JZ has been passed, and yeah, those tyres are definitely falling off a cliff at the moment. Mitch looks like he's got past Nemesis pretty quickly. So nicely done from Mitch. And Dust is going to be the next one up. When it comes to passing the Aston Martin, who locks up into the hairpin. F2 going to be replacing Tier 2. I'll just get rid of them both for this. Right. Bullet still just hanging on. 1.7 now, although jumping up to 1.8. Looks like Bullet didn't have a particularly good chicane. And he's got Godoy actually behind him. Godoy looks like he's drained his battery quite a lot to get within the DRS zone of the Alfa Romeo ahead of him, but that's going to pull him along very nicely in his quest for some more points. JZ falling back into the clutches of Mitch at this rate, although Mitch looks like he's had a little bit of a moment coming out of turn 3 on those fresher tyres. Dust, yeah, these guys will, I imagine, converge together at some point, but at the moment there is not a lot much going on. Franz has spun again. And is now... He can accelerate if you want, mate. There you go. So he's going again. Patrick Dodge, his AI, is going to pick up some brilliant points. Speedy Bullet, who has had everything happen to this race, is now behind Alicia Christie, who has also done some things this race. Chris Piper up in P10, nicely done from him. He goes very wide and is now looking to get past the Mercedes have triple. Elsewhere we've got Dust, who looks like he is going to be the one to make a move next. Who's that? Is that Alicia Christie? And he's stuck. You can reset. You can reset. You read the rules. You can reset if you want. Yeah, you can reset. Go on. Nope, he's not going to reset. So that's going to be a disqualification for Alicia. Unless he can get going. Nope, he's not. Mons looks like he has been passed. No, Nemesis has had a moment. Letting everyone pass nicely. And that's a real shame for him. He was having a fantastic recovery drive. Alicia Christie disqualified from the session for being parked in a dangerous location. As number 6 picks up a 3-second penalty as we're on board with him. So that is one less car for Dust to overtake. I don't know if these guys can win it. We've only got 13 laps remaining. It is Pinky, you're right. Bully is just hanging in with that gap with Alex, although Alex has a lot more ERS than Bully does. So that might be a bit of a struggle for Bully once Alex starts to drain his battery a little bit. But we will keep our eyes on Dust and Mitch. Mitch is probably going to be a quicker one come the end of this race. Both of them probably looking to go to the end. Although Dust might be struggling a little bit come the 35th lap. We will wait and see. Be interested to see whether the top 4 come in for fresh tyres, because if they do, there's going to be a lot of time to make up on the guys around them. Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see. That'll give us some entertainment. Mitch is closing down Jay-Z at the moment. Jay-Z is really struggling on those tyres, those medium tyres that are definitely nearing the end of their life, and that does not bode well, particularly for Dust. It was only 7 laps behind and is going to have much more worn tyres than Jay-Z's on now come the end of this race, unless he wants to strap on another set of softs. We've only got 13 runners left in this race, so everyone's going to score some healthy points. Franz Piper with a set of fresh softs, maybe going for the fastest lap, who knows. Bullet still 1.8 behind, closing up a little bit, needs to regain a little bit more ERS because that gap is looking like it's going to creep over 2 seconds at this point. Both Mitch and Dust are collectively closing in on Jay-Z, so that is going to be the next fight that we see. Looks like we have Triple, who has been overtaken by Mons, I imagine. And we have Nemesis, who is on the back of Chris Piper, despite being on much older hard tyres compared to fresher softs. Is Nemesis, we'll have a look. We'll wait on board with him and we'll see whether he makes a move. Is he going to make a move into the hairpin, or is he going to make a move down the straight with DRS? I imagine it will be the latter in that beautiful Aston Martin. So here we go with the ERS and the DRS, and it looks like we have had Jay-Z, Kadoy and Boulay all into the pit. So Boulay is going to get a pretty healthy undercut, unless he is held up by anyone. Doesn't look like he will be. He's going to get a pretty healthy undercut on LX up front. Is LX, I imagine, will be... excuse me, I'm just going to take some more. My throat's killing me. I imagine... Oh, that felt amazing. I imagine Alex will be wanting to come into the pits to cover off the guys behind him. Although Mons has left the session. Okay. I'll invite him back. Who knows? We'll see if he turns up. Franz Piper did. Looks like he didn't get the fastest lap, which is a shame for him. Alex, there we go, into the pits. So with the guys who can actually race, we will see where Bully, is he going to get the jump? He has burned a little bit of ERS on that outlap, and I imagine is going to get this move done. That you can see he's really pushing. So he's going to get that that undercut on the AlphaTauri of Alex, but not by a whole lot. They're going for softs. Mons has joined, so good lad, well done. As Mons, well, Bully's only just got ahead of Alex. Is Alex going to try and hang it around the outside? He isn't. He's going to back off. So nicely done from him, and that has worked out a little bit for Bully, because he will now, well, he's with Alex, he's not 1.9 behind him, and has roughly the same amount of ERS, and obviously no penalty. In fact, we will jump on board with the race director and see Bully is on 2, so he's got to be careful. He's got to be really careful. Speedy Bullet with the fastest lap of the race with a 13.1. He is up in P9, so nicely done from him. Kadoi with a 3-second penalty on those fresh soft tyres. I believe that's his second, so yeah, not great for him. Dust now on the back of Mitch. Oh, excuse me. Are these guys going to try and hang it out to the end of the lap, end of the race? I imagine they will try, but look at that, Bully only 3.4 behind. So these guys, I imagine, are going to gobble up the top 2 pretty quickly. As Dust has got past Mitch. As Bully sets the faster lap of the race, taken away from Speedy Bullets. So nicely done from them. Alex on the back of Bully. Looks like he tried to make a move, but just couldn't quite get it done. So I imagine the fight for the win is going to be between these two. And the fight for the podium is going to be between, well, it's looking like Kadoi, Jay-Z, Mitch and Dust at the moment. Those penalties for the Ferrari and the McLaren do make that a little bit more interesting when it comes to the top 2. So they both definitely still have a chance to be in with that 3rd place and pick up some valuable points, especially for Dust and Mitch actually as well. And the constructors, Dust is doing a very nice job at the moment just to break away a little bit from Mitch. He's got that move done and is now almost 7/10 clear. As Bully now has Alex right behind him. Is Alex going to try and make this move for the lead of the race? And he's going to try, or have to try, and pull out 3 seconds on his mate. If he wants a shot at winning this race, unless Bully does pick up a 3-second time penalty, which is not out of the question at all. Bully lets him past and backs off, and it looks like we've had Mitch into the pit, so Mitch is not going to brave it out. So probably out of the 2 guys who could make it to the end of this race, Mitch is not going to. So damage limitation from him. He's going to be quite a way off the back of the top 5. Maybe thinking Dust is going to come in and he wants to get that undercut on him. But that is going to be very, very interesting to see whether Dust comes in. I imagine for his sake he probably just needs to hang it out, unless he is thinking about the championship and just wants to pick up the points. I do not know the wear on these tyres, so we will have to see. He should be alright in terms of puncture, but it might be that. As Bully, there you go, picks up that 3-second time penalty, and Dust, I imagine, is going to let his teammate past. He isn't. I'm probably going to give him the DRS, and is going to let him pass there and hold up Bully pretty nicely for his teammate. The AlphaTauri is working fantastically well together this race, as Bully does not have much ERS to play with. So could we see a desperate move down the inside? He doesn't. He gets it done actually very nicely with quite a lot of straight line speed. Both of LX and Bully with no ERS, so it is going to be a straight fight to the end of this race between the AlphaTauri and the Alfa Romeo, as it looks like Alex picked up the fastest lap of the race. So there's a little bit of excitement for you guys and for me, and we can ignore everyone else. And the chaos that has happened. Hi there, Blackbone. You're right. Sorry about your wheel. That is very rough. That is yeah, sad to see you not be able to race. But once you get it fixed, you're more than welcome back anytime. Bully now 7/10 behind, so he's going to have the DRS and he's going to close in. Looks like he's got quite a lot of straight line speed on that car, which is going to help him if he needs to make a move at all on LX. Eat my dust with a 3-second time penalty. And how crucial is that going to be in his fight for the podium? Looks like Kadoi and Jay-Z are going to swallow him up at some point, probably in the next 3 or 4 laps. Logitech quality, I know, mate, they are pretty terrible, very clunky. Yeah. Are you going to get a new one? Maybe a more expensive one that doesn't break? Looks like we have had Chris Piper, is that? Oh, I don't know. Looks like Chris Piper and Franz Piper are fighting away. Chris Piper picks up a 3-second penalty, and I imagine Franz is pretty close as well with that corner cut. These guys are all over the place, and I'm going to start watching that. Bulle is a CSL DD. They are very good, actually. I'll enjoy that. That's a very good choice. Well, hopefully when you get that, you can come back and join us, because we love having you in Tier 1, which makes Tier 2 look... Well, Tier 2 makes Tier 1 look like the cleanest, most pristine tier in the world, which it usually actually is. Tier 1 has been very, very good recently for racing. But yeah, maybe not hard to make it look good when you have races like this in Tier 2. Although, out of it all, we are hopefully going to have an exciting fight for the win. 2.5 between Kadoy and Dust. Kadoy with not much ERS. Jay-Z as well with not much ERS. And Dust, again, with not much ERS. And get better on a racing down December. Yeah, that'd be good, mate. You'll be back in time for Season 3, hopefully. Actually expensive, yeah. Yeah, they're costly. Bulle gets past Alex backs out of it, and has a little bit more ERS as well. So this is going to be a real cat and mouse game. Who is going to be the winner of round 4, Tier 2 around Canada? Who is going to be wanting to go into the last lap behind? Does Bulle just want to lead this race, knowing that he has the more worn tyres? At some point he's going to hit the cliff, and LX isn't. So there's going to be a couple of corners, or maybe a lap where LX is significantly faster. It's probably, if it has, it might be now. Look at that. As LX now runs into the back of Bulle. Has he got any damage? It doesn't look like he has. He's got away with it, which is very good to see. But it looks maybe, like as I was talking about it, Bulle has hit the cliff because he's significantly slower out of the traction zones than his mate LX, who is going to try the move, is he? Looks like he is. He's just going to think. No, he is going to go to the outside. Make that move on Bulle. Bulle is going to have to overtake LX once again. Now only 1.7 between Kadoy and Eat My Dust. So Eat My Dust is looking very good for a P4 at the moment. Potentially actually a P3, because I believe Kadoy has 6 seconds. He does. Okay. As it looks like we have had, who's that? Triple has had a moment, and that is going to let Speedy Bullet through into P7 with the penalties probably. Yeah, so Dust is looking good for the podium at the moment, and AlphaTauri looking fantastic in the constructors. As we will jump off board with that, there we go. Tyre, and Dust is doing a fantastic job, I must say, on those 18 lap old mediums. They're going to be crying out right now. He's only got 4 laps to go. Mons picked up a 3-second penalty down in P10. So nicely done from him. Bulle is now outside of the DRS zone. He has just about got DRS, so maybe he's made a bit of a mistake. Telemetry. Both of them with not much ERS, although Bulle is now down into the 10s, so he's going to be flashing on the back of his car. He's still got the DRS, so how close is this gap going to be coming into turn 1? It's going to be about 7.5 seconds. 7.5 seconds, 7.5 tenths. As it looks like Alex might have made a little bit of a mistake. Yeah, those tyres maybe now hitting the cliff for him. So it's 6.5. So that's given Bulle a bit of a lifeline. So he's really have to go push. And are we going to see a last lap overtake for the lead? Or is Alex going to cruise even towards the finish line and pick up a second podium in a row and a first win? That is what we're going to be finding out. Now Kadoy within the second mark gets the DRS of Dust. He is going to have to fly past, fly up the road pretty quickly. Looks like Mitch is going to be picking up a P5 as things stand. Top 6 have been a class above everyone else at the moment. So well done to them. And they've actually had some very clean racing between them. So well done to all of them. And pleasure to have you all. And we will have a look down further the field at what everyone's doing, because that was chaos today. Looks like Bulle has made his way past Alex, Looks like Alex is trying to make the move, but Bully has the DRS. Is Alex going to go for the move up the inside? I imagine he's just going to sit back, and he is going to have the opportunity to overtake Bully again on the second to last lap. But is he just going to want to sit back? He's got more ERS, got much more ERS, 10%, and he's going to save it even more in the DRS. So Bully is looking in a pretty vulnerable position at the moment. Alex looks like he's got this a little bit more under control than the Alfa Romeo does up front. Well, there's some pretty good traction for Bully, as Bully has probably used a little bit of ERS just to help himself there. And how crucial could this be? Are we going to get DRS? Is Bully going to get DRS from, I'm not sure, is that a Williams ahead of him? I think he might just be out of the second range. The Williams gets out of the way nicely. Is he going to get DRS? It doesn't look like he will. And Alex is going to burn some ERS. The gap between the two ERSs is remaining pretty much the same. Alex is in the slipstream, in the DRS, can't make the move into turn one. Is he going to try and make the move into the final corner? Is he going to try and make a move into turn one? He is. He looks like he is going to go for it. Is Bully just going to back out and think about making a move down the last lap? No, Bully, they're racing each other. As Bully backs out of that and is going to try and make a move, maybe around the outside, doesn't, just backs out of it. But has less ERS, but will have the DRS, so he just needs to stay close behind the AlphaTauri. Make a move down the back straight, and the win is his. We've got equal penalties. Kadoy still can't make his way past Dust, so Dust might get P3 on track at this rate. Here we go. This is coming in to the final second sector. Jay-Z with a 3-second time penalty, which will not hamper his race at all, actually. Bully is right behind the AlphaTauri at the moment, and it's saved up, looks like, quite a lot of pace for this last lap. Has the ERS, just needs a fantastic exit out of this final chicane. This is crucial for him. Goes a little bit deeper than Alex, and has a little bit of a wiggle. And how crucial is that going to be? Because Alex is quite far up the road now, and that might be Bully's chance gone. He'd be like prime ultimate. He would. It'd be amazing. Here we go. Can he make a move into the chicane? It doesn't look like he is, but can he get a fantastic exit out of it? Beat Alex to the line. He's really sent. He's going to go for it. Here we go. It's going to be a race to the line. Look, Bully. Is he going to get it? Race to the line. Bully gets it right to the line. Fantastic racing from him. That was amazing. I'm struggling to speak. He beats him by 0.21 hundredths of a second. That was amazing racing. My throat is killing me right now. Mitch up to P4. Very, very nicely done from him. And Dust with a well-deserved P3. That was fantastic. That is the best thing that's happened all afternoon. What a last corner indeed. Bully with the last corner of his life to pick up his first one, snatch it out of the... these lads are amazing. I know, the top six are really good. It's just a shame about the rest of them. Wow, that was really, really exciting. And hopefully, I think on the run to the line, I was losing English. I don't think I said a word for about 5 seconds, but very, very well done from those two. They kept us entertained all race and have really shone today in the dark. So very, very nicely done from him and Dust with a crucial 20 points. So a 27-point haul from him, and I believe that will be the championship lead. As Mitch picks up driver of the day. Shame about the rest of them. I never said that. Oh, hang on about. And there we go. It is Bully, your tier 1, tier 2. Tier 2. Thank you, Blackburn. Thank you, mate. I'm struggling today, but I powered through. Bully, your tier 2 winner here in Canada. Picked up his first win of the season. Very, very nicely done from him. Alex with a very well-deserved P2, and his teammates, the AlphaTauri boys, in P2 and P3. I believe your championship leader, Dust, there in P3. And Mitch with a fantastic P4 after he had quite a few overtakes to make in that last stint. And there we go. Bully is your winner, Alex. Dust, Jay-Z in P4. Sorry, Jay-Z in P... No, that's the... Yeah, apologies. Mitch in P4, Kadoy in P5, Jay-Z in P6. Then we had the Mercedes boys picking up a very good haul in P7 and P8. Nemesis in P9, Mons in P10, Franz in P11, Chris Piper in P12, and the AI of Patrick Dodge in P13. And then we've got EKA, who Jimmy would be in the pit lane trying to switch back. Jimmy better get practicing for his tier 2. EKA in P14, Nakal in P15, Lichi Christie in P16, and Real Rock in P17. And that is it. There's going to be no interviews because I am going to drink all the water in the world because my throat kills. Apologies to everyone for the incessant issues and the terrible racing down the back of the fields. I'm sure these tier 2 stewards are going to have a lot of work to do, and I'm one of them. So lucky me. But thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. We will see you next week for the final races of the first half of the season. Belgium for tier 1, and I believe it is Hungary for tier 2. So that'll be exciting. So we'll see you all then. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you all for watching. Peace.